Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way, they gotta move. I got a gas, they running them fumes. Told them way back, it's something new. It's me and Dan, you gotta.
I'm Jackson Frew. This is my downhill bike. It's a Commencal Supreme V5 team issue. Yeah, we're gonna run through a bit of a bike check today. Got a couple questions from my Instagram broadcast channel. If you're not a member of that already, jump back in. Been a little bit slack lately, but try to get back into that. Give you guys some cool stuff, cool behind the scenes. Let you ask questions for videos like this. Hopefully we'll have some more really cool stuff coming, especially leading into next year. So yeah, let's get into it. So first question we got, favorite pair of grips and why? Very easy. I actually just put a fresh set on for this weekend. These are the ODI Elite Pro V2.1s. Everything that's good about like the regular, I think they're just the ODI Ruffians. They've got the waffle underneath, and then they've got the like palm thing in the middle. And I just find it stops me getting such bad vibration through the center of my palm because it's got the ridge along the top. Probably just me. I love them. ODI is just where it's at for grips. Lock on, like, there's not much more you can say. They're ODI grips. They're the best. It just is what it is. How wide do I run my bars? Those are BF 800 deities. So they're a 31.8 clamp and they're 775 cut. So they work out at about 780, just over 780 with the grips on. And the hands sit like right on the edge, so I always shoot for how wide my hands actually sit, which is 780. A whole bunch of questions about suspension setup, which we could probably get into in a whole nother video as well, or like a 2-hour podcast about suspension setup. For this bike, it was pretty tricky at first. I kind of was going in the wrong direction because I was used to like the old frame, the V4. Thankfully, Commencal does a really good job of giving you all the tools you need to get the thing set up. And then we were really lucky being part of the team in Australia to go to Andorra and do a setup, like test camp. Yeah, so this thing is, yeah, it's incredible. It's wild. It's so good. The shock has a different tune in it. I'm not 100% sure what the exact tune in it is in it. And I've got 238 with 1 token, I think it is, or maybe no tokens. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I'm generally running, there's like a range of 2 or 3 clicks on the low speed that I keep it at, and rebound is 1 or 2 either way, depending where we're at. Pressure is plus or minus 1 or 2 psi, really. It doesn't change too much. Front end I'm a bit more particular with, so I've got, I believe it's 8mm pull through with this headset setup on a flat crown. The fork's got 138 in it, 137 in it is my start with 4 tokens. High speed, generally in the middle, so kind of 2 from either way really. Low speed is on the more open side, kind of anywhere from 5 to sort of 10 generally. Rebound is definitely on the slower side. I can't remember exactly how many I got on it, but definitely on the slower side for how I run it. Yeah, I ride fairly far back, so if you put this setup in the same bike, the rear end will probably feel a bit firmer than what you would usually run, but for me it really works. The bottom bracket's super low on this bike, so it's kind of got to maintain with the rear end. That's why it's pretty linear. But yeah. Alright, so wheels and tyres. At the moment there's a DHR2 front and rear, so I should say it's mullet, so 29 front, 27.5 rear. At the moment, double DHR2s. Really like this setup. My go-to when I go to a race is DHF, DHR. I'm pretty simple like that. Yeah, pretty much what I run all the time. Like unless it gets muddy, it's DHF, DHR. My go-to, know what they're going to do. That's what I like. The front, I've been pushing a little bit lower in the last couple months. It's always been kind of 26, 27, so 26 front, 27 rear, PSI, on downhill casing, on a, I don't know how wide these rims are. But I've been pushing down. I've gone to 24, don't really like it. 25 seems to be my limit for the front tyre. And I can get away with 26 in the rear on some tracks, but with how stiff this frame is, and then how stiff these wheels are, depending on which rims you're running, I find that if I go any lower than kind of 27 on the back, I start just like folding the tyre and doing things that I don't really want to. So these particular rims, these are WeAre1 Convergence. So this is the new design that we're working on. Been doing a whole bunch of testing on these things and frothing. They are so good. Also run the older style, the Stripes. Also really like those. Kind of, I'm in a very fortunate position. I can kind of choose track to track. Convergence is definitely becoming my favorite now that I've had a lot of time on them in the last little while. But yeah, you really can't go wrong. They're 32 hole. We're running fairly heavy spoke tensions, I think. Probably a little bit over from stock. And a slightly different layout on them as well. Yeah, we're always trying things with WeAre1. We're always trying to make better stuff, and it's getting harder for me to give them good feedback because the stuff's getting so good. Yeah, kind of sums up wheels and tyres. At the moment, there's a King on the front, and there's an Onyx on the rear. Again, we've been trying a couple different hubs with WeAre1. Can't go wrong with Kings, can't go wrong with DT. The Onyx has been really good. That's all you can say, really. Down into, other than that, the mallets. These ones are Super Brunies that are absolutely beaten up. I've really done a number on these ones this season. You can't go wrong with mallets. It just is what it is. They're just good. You don't bend them, you don't break them. Yeah, they're a season old, they're beaten up and they're sick. So, brakes. I've been a Code RSC guy for a really long time, by choice, and also because I had a whole bunch of spares for them. And just recently the guys from Hayes hit me up and sent me out a set of these. These are the Dominions. I forget exactly which ones. They're the non-carbon blade. I forget exactly what the specific model is, but they're the 4-piston Dominion with the aluminium lever blade, I think it is. And wow, I think we're going to do a separate video on these because they've really blown me away. Stepped down from 220s to 200s, can't cook them. Have done a lot of bike park laps at Sun Peaks on these things, and pads are still going strong. Haven't had to bleed them yet. Been super impressed. So yeah, we'll probably do another video on those. If you have any questions about the Dominion specifically, because I've had a lot of people, you know, in lift lines and stuff asking about them, let me know. But so far, I've been really impressed with the Dominions. Yeah. So in general, so obviously DD cockpit, DD seat. So yeah, that's my bike. If you have any more questions, drop them below. We might do another video. I think we'll definitely do a video on the brakes, and we can maybe do another one on like suspension setup or some testing. I know I heard a couple of mates or one of my mates has just picked up one of these, so maybe we can, you know, when we're helping him set it up, we can kind of talk about it. But yeah, subscribe. We're going to try and be pretty consistent with the videos over the next couple of months. And yeah, let us know what you want to see, where you want to see us go, what you want to see us ride, what races you want us to be at. We'll be at Barjarg this weekend for the Vic round, and yeah, so thanks.